Hey there, Team Empower. I'm going to try again. So I'm jumping on live today in a bit of an emergency discussion because of something I have had on my mind for a while. But chatting with one of the beautiful goddesses on my tree last night, I realised that I need to address this with you all very quickly because, I think it's my responsibility to have a chat to you about placements and the depth versus width training that is going on at the moment. So I am getting a lot of people who are building for depth. And what that means is got a lot of people coming to me putting personal enrollments at 7 levels, 8 levels, 9 levels, 15 levels, 20 levels deep. And for me, this is a bit of a worry because understanding the compensation plan means that we will only get paid on levels 1 to 7. Now, there's this thing called dynamic compression, which is confusing the fuck out of everybody. And I want to explain a bit of that as well and why we shouldn't lean into dynamic compression too much. It is too complicated for me to go right into this on a live video like this. I do talk about this at my placement trainings because I do need to draw it out on a whiteboard. But I have done it as best I can on a sheet of paper, and I'm really hoping that you can see this. So dynamic compression means that every person on our tree pays to 7 levels up. This means, unlike most of us believing we get paid down, we're actually getting paid from the bottom up. And every single person on our tree pays to 7 levels up. This means that if someone on your 10th level can't find a silver to pay, that person is going to keep searching up in the system for the next silver, whether that be 10 levels up, 20 levels up. So based on this, people are building considerably deep in their businesses. And I'm going to show you why now that might mean that you're building yourself out of your own compensation plan. Now, I hope that you can see this. I hope that this is semi-understandable to you. So say this is you up the top and you've been placing down and down and down and down and down, and you place someone on, I think, what does that work out to be? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 on your 14th level. That person is going to keep searching up to find the next ranks. And as soon as you have silvers ranking here, they are going to start capturing all of the commission lower down in the tree. So if this is you, for example, and you've placed someone on your 14th level, you are placing that person out of your compensation plan. Not necessarily at first, but long term. As I said, when you start having silvers ranking at the top, they are going to start catching all of that dynamic compression that is coming up. So, dynamic compression is a short-term benefit to our business. It's great. It means short-term we can be picking up extra commissions when we don't have people ranking to elite, premier, and silver underneath us. But I'm assuming you're all here because you want to be here long term, right? You want to be here because you want to help others succeed in this business, right? And that means you're going to start having people below you start ranking to premier, silver, and beyond. And you're going to start having people lower down ranking to these levels as well. So the depth teaching isn't necessarily wrong, but the clarity around how far you go, I don't think has been explained well enough for us to be able to maximize our compensation plans. So what I would encourage you to start doing is placing only between levels 1 and 7. Your business is going to naturally build below that anyway. You don't need to worry about going down further, because when you start getting builders on your 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th lines, it's going to start going down anyway. But I would encourage you to start thinking of only getting paid, long term especially, on your levels 1 to 7. Because that means you'll be maximizing your compensation plan. I would hate to see so many of us placing down below on all these levels and be placing outside of our ability to actually earn commission on those people we are helping. Now, ranking of lower levels, totally different. It's totally different. You know, if you've got no one in between here and someone pops up on your 7th level and they're going to help you hit that next level and help you get those leadership bonuses and help you move forward in terms of rank in your business, then that's one of those exceptions. But when we're placing ideally 1 to 7 only, and I'll go a bit more into that in a minute, but what I'm worried is going to happen is we're going to have a lot of people in our trees just have kept going down, and they're going to have very, very small uni level because we're placing everyone outside of that 7 levels where we're typically not going to earn. Especially, as I said, those silvers are popping up on levels 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and lower. In terms of enrollments and where to place them, I have been watching some very high-ranking leaders speak about this for a number of years now, since I've been in the blue group. Some great wisdom in that group, which I'm bringing forward to you guys a lot. And Hayley Hobson was talking about how she doesn't place below her 5th level if she can help it. And that is what I'm encouraging now. Anyone that you think, let me rephrase that, anyone you feel is going to be a builder or a leader, or someone who's going to run with this at some point, try and keep in those levels 1 to 3. In the perfect situation, our leaders are really, really close to us, so we can maximize that compensation plan in that 1 to 7 levels. Anyone you think might share, definitely no lower than level 5. Again, if you're placing on 6, you're only going to be getting commission on that first level of theirs. So 1 to 5, you know, sharers and consumers if possible. You can go to 7, but remember, if someone on your level 7 starts sharing, once they hit silver, you're unlikely to be catching any commission that's coming up. So I've talked about a lot here, a lot to think about. You might want to watch this again. You might want to just sit with this and integrate it a little bit. But what I will say is that every placement is an individual circumstance. And this is why I can't make a training manual on placements or power of 3 or anything like that, because every person needs to be placed on their individual circumstances, on where they're going to be placed best with, whether you feel they're going to step into building once they realize how amazing those products are and how amazing they are. But, what is going to get you long-term commission? And this isn't just about ranking. If we all wanted to rank, it would be as simple as just building down and then just building people who are popping up. But what I want to see you guys do is claim that long-term abundance, that residual, that passive income from this business. And we're not able to really do that unless we have our, we're building for width as well as that depth. And when I talk about depth, I talk to 7 levels because of what I'm talking about now. So that's my version of depth. So instead of building down in big lines like this, placing outside of your future commissions, and this is a bit messy, but I did my best. Placing across like this. Can you imagine if you had a tree that was really, really wide and you had thousands and thousands and thousands of people on your 7th level? Oof, what kind of commission would you be earning then? And there is nothing wrong with thinking about commission. I want to totally own that this is a business as well as a heart business. This is, you know, something we're doing for long-term creation of our dreams and others' dreams. So width as well as depth. Now, I always go into this in more detail in my placements training, and I'm planning on putting another placements training up, you know, today if I get there. So I'd love to go into more detail with anyone who wants to come into this, into my home and learn about this version of depth versus width. I hope that has given a little bit of information that will help you start to maximize that compensation plan and start building a bit wider. But go to those who you are working with to talk about placements. Again, it's not my dream to see you all place outside of your commissions. Levels 1 to 7, that's what we get paid. Anything else other than that is a bonus. And bonuses, and the bonus of dynamic compression is a very temporary thing. Especially, like I said, like 3 times, if we want to be helping people get to silver and beyond. Because I know you're not here just for you. So, you know, I'm seeing people lose out a lot of money right now because they're building so far down that they're not going to earn anything on the people they're placing, and it's breaking my heart. So I really wanted to come in and clarify this. You know, give another layer to that depth versus width argument. Not argument, that's not a right word. I shouldn't have said that. Teachings. So have a great day, everyone. If you have any questions, pop them up under here. I can't help you on individual placement circumstances. You know, in my placement classes, I have, a lot of people come up to me and say, can we sit down and talk about this? Or what should I do with this person? And to be honest, I don't know. You know, this is a very in-depth discussion with every person you place. But, we can never all get placements right. Absolutely not. And what I will say for those of you who are going, oh my God, I've done the wrong thing. Just take a breath, get some easy air out, take a big breath, and just start where you are now. That's all we can do. Just, stop, reset, integrate what I taught you today, and look to the future. No point worrying about everything you've already done. So, as I said, any questions, pop them under this video. Have an amazing day, everybody.